grand opera is different from other operas. Grand opera usually incorporates some sort of ballet. Also has a bigger orchestra, bigger amount of chorus, much longer, and usually tells a very bombastic and big story. Whereas the general opera, like a comedy or romance or something like that, it'll be shorter in length. There'll be a smaller orchestra, definitely not a ballet. You know, I mean, sometimes they sneak them in there, but not a ballet or anything like that. So the general opera is smaller, and the grand opera is literally what you say, grand, big, larger than life, over the top.
A libretto is kind of the storybook. It is the story written out, and it will have all the words that we sing to in the opera. Of course, it won't be in the rhythms, but it'll be just the storyline.
Maestro translates to master, teacher, or master or teacher, and in opera usually refers to the conductor or whoever is the musical leader in the opera house or in that production.
A baton is a stick, you know, but it's got on one end sort of cork material, a light material. It can be made of different composite material, but really it's sort of an extension of the maestro's arm. It's meant to give motion to the players and specificity to the players. So it helps them know exactly what he or she want as they move. And it also gives sweeping motion to the music.
Score is the tool we're using to learn music. You know, like music written on the paper, we read it very carefully, and with the words. Could be in Italian, could be in German, could be in French, of course in English, Russian, could be in any languages. But it's just same as a book, but for musicians, for singers, we learned opera, use it, and yeah, that's what we call that, music score.
An aria is a solo song sung by one character in an opera. Sometimes alone, sometimes not, but your solo song.
An overture, that is the music that introduces the opera. It usually has some themes that are contained within the opera, but it is kind of to get you in the mindset and the mood artistically and audibly for the opera that you're about to hear.
An act of an opera is the section in particular locations that tell the story. For instance, in Act 1, you may be in one location. Act 2, you'll be somewhere else. But it just divides the story sort of like chapters in a book.
Toi toi toi, actually, we say that to people, like to other performers before the performance, which means it's good luck. Same as English, break a leg, not break legs, break a leg. So, but it is actually, it comes from Europe. I'm not sure which language it is. It could be French, could be German, but actually it's an old tradition of the speeding 3 times to people's shoulder, like to ward off the devil or the bad experience. Of course, we cannot do that. Spit to people right now is too rude. So we use that toi 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 because the sound like same as the what's that called? Behavior. Yeah, same thing. So that's what it means. Yeah.
Supertitles are the translations that give the libretto or story during the show that go above the stage, so you can follow along with the story even if you don't speak the language of the opera.
Get a beverage.
Composer is a person who writes music. They write, and in this case, an opera composer is someone who writes vocal lines for people to sing. You know, like they write all the solos for the singers. They write all of the orchestra parts, the violins, the cello, the horns, the winds. They write all the parts and then put them all together. So a composer is a writer of music.
Repertoire is your songs, your arias. So certain singers sing specific repertoire. For instance, I sing a lot of Verdi and Italian repertoire, so that would be my repertoire.
Okay, so bravi tutti is, you've heard bravo, and sometimes you hear brava, which is the feminine version of bravo. But bravi tutti means way to go, everybody, all of you guys. So the entire cast gets a thank you.